welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. On the sideline, there's a look at the head coach of the Saints, hoping his guys took full advantage of the late season off week in the schedule, trying to heal up now for the stretch run. On the other sideline, it is the head coach for Carolina. His team also on the bye last week, so both teams should come in here with fresh legs and ready to go. Alongside Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Should be a fun one. Off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
You look back on the game prior to the bye week, Mike, and I think that win is critical. Nobody wants to go into the bye week off of a loss. It just changes the energy in the building. Everyone starts questioning everything you're doing. You go in on a win. Everyone takes a deep breath. You're very honest about what you need to continue to improve on coming out of the bye, and we'll find out in this one whether they made those corrections.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Pick up there of 19 yards. It's good for a Panther first down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry had to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. Throw took him out of bounds, and it will be third down. They bring the tight end in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball, and that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete. So, fourth down, they'll hand it over to A.J. Cole to punt it. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Everyone loves to dive into whether a bye comes at a good time, a bad time, and I really just think it's a matter of perspective. So here we got a team that was hot. They were rolling, multiple wins going into their bye week. And I can tell you what, the energy around that building, going into a bye, know you're playing really good ball, it makes that week a lot better, certainly, than the alternative.
So from the 36, it is first and 10. Back to throw. Going downfield, right side, and it's caught. 17 yards that time. Number 17. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll run, and here's the rookie from Notre Dame. A nice job, able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of a half dozen. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 4. Here's a first carry for their running back. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Third down and 3. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that one's incomplete. They were really scratching it up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but Nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
That's incomplete. Daring ball on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. The Panthers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Patrick Surtain makes the tackle. 3rd down and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 20.
On the toss, they'll run. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They'll look to set up the screen here. The Saints lining up in punt formation.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. McMillan comes in motion. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a Carolina 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 45-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Slot man in motion left. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Defensively.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
That's another Panthers 1st down. First and 10.
A tight end in motion now. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 8.
Throwing now from the gun. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. And nothing has come from these first 2 drives. Got a turnover on downs, followed by a punt last time they had it. He takes off.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw. That's complete on the slant. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, New Orleans.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Saints.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
New Orleans.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
First and goal.
Here's a run. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes second and goal.
Still first down.
Gibbs. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3. Brings up second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal.
It's third down.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss. We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case,
a second effort, and he is in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Open man, Tyrone McMillan. And to be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. Panthers football to begin this 2nd quarter. They'll come up here 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. And it'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of the 1st down. That's a pickup of 8. Quick throw taken in. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
42-yard line.
To the right side, he finds McMillan. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. On 2nd down, they'll run. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 15. It's good for a Panther 1st down. He's got it about the 8. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal.
At the Saints' 2-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Remember, he had a touchdown on the ground earlier, something he's been able to do frequently this season, as you see where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks in rushing TDs. The ball comes out. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in. But this is going to go down as a big loss on the play. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third.
Out of the gun. He'll throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now the return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Intended for his wideout. He was covered by Patrick Surtain.
Up the middle they go. Oh, the ball's out. And fortunately, a Panther was right there to get on it. So no turnover. They retain possession.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's a Carolina 1st down.
28-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
He's got it inside the 5. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Carolina. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. And a special moment as the rookie catches his 1st NFL touchdown.
And the more they can develop this young tight end, Mike, it just gives this quarterback additional weapons, and it's just going to make this offense even more difficult to stop.
A tight end, his 1st career NFL touchdown. Do you remember yours?
Oh, man, I'll tell you, I could recall it like it was yesterday, Mike. We were up Sunday night, primetime game, Lambeau Field against Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers. And the previous play, Brian Urlacher recovered a fumble, probably around the 20, 25-yard line. Brian Greasy was our quarterback for Chicago, and the ensuing play, threw it up to the left corner of the end zone, and Mike, guess who called the game? None other than the legendary John Madden.
Uh-oh. Ooh. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense back onto the field for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Back to throw. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll step up and run.
It's a gain of 8. And the Saints, 1st
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
42-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Brings up second and 10.
Back to the air again on second and 10. First brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for New Orleans. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Panthers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. A toss left side, caught by his running back. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now second and 6.
They'll run it on the inside handoff.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short game.
A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Saints offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with first and 10. Drive will start on the ground. On down at the 21, a gain of 1. Here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. Here's the punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Panthers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Charlotte. After this, they face second down and 7. That's taken in by McMillan. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. The throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 80. Here's second and 2.
Brings up
Now
second.
give on the ground. Trying to bounce that one outside, but only to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 2.
No gain on the play. Makes it
They'll throw out of the gun. That's caught outside. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
Panthers first down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. The Panthers will take their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. He'll look to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. McMillan, the man in motion. Ball incomplete. Recovery, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. The Saints offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. 10 weeks have come and gone. The temperature's starting to dip a little bit here in November. Lots to show you. Let's talk about it. Our look around the NFL starts now. It begins in Arlington. The Cowboys at home to take on the Commanders in the NFC East. And here's the Cowboys wideout. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. From there, it's off to Tampa. Let's look in on the Buccaneers as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And here's the Falcons wideout, playing like street football.
Quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off play action, he'll set up to throw. And he's not going to get too far tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
And the Saints first down.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he's finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets to the Panthers' 7-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 39 yards.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Try to get here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Throwing now from the gun. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Saints are back within 6.
Saints 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Panthers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. They'll begin here on the ground. A good physical rush, motoring forward for 9.
We're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there for that. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense, continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
Open man, right side. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Handoff here, up the middle. And he's going to pick it up, take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
From 29, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Panthers will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
For the Saints, first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Saints.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
First down. It's
First and 10.
First down, New Orleans.
Now, faking the give. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards. From the 25, here's second and 2. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is second and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3. He's in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Second touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. The Saints will cut it to a 2-point lead.
The score, Panthers 23, Saints 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. We'll start at the 4. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Louds another tap for his favorite target. From the 46, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw again. There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Panthers, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The RPO, that's out to McMillan. From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Back to the air one more time. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
First down. First and 10.
They'll look to throw yet again. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
21-yard line.
A quick throw right side. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
To number 87.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. 4th quarter begins on the ground. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll go with him again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1. Setting up 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll run the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Panthers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the 4th quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
Gain of 18 on the play. And the Saints first down.
to the air now on 1st and 10. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Bill looks to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now give up the middle. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. He'll look to throw. That one knocked away. It's incomplete. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal.
2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He will score. Game on. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Panthers 30. Saints 28.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Panthers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super concerned. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
A throw there on second down is going to be incomplete. It is 3rd and 10.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
The Saints offense ready to get back to work. They're trying to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They hand it to Gibbs. Space to run inside the 20. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big hit.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Throwing right. It's taken in. And he'll try to use that size and push over, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end. Mike kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
At this point in the game, every point matters. Now, after that 3rd down sack, they can force a field goal attempt. There's a big difference giving up 3 versus what a little while ago looked like an inevitable 6.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. This is 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
They bring a tight end in motion left. Now on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down.
And 2.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
4th down.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
And what a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back and get another crack at it. They're trying to get in field goal range, and what a 4th down stop to all but end this game.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Panthers are going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal. He's inside the 10. Mark him at the 7.
1st and goal, New Orleans.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee from a little further back. Here's 2nd and goal. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.